Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this video, we're going to learn how to access different elements of a tuple and how to do slicing. So I'm having one tuple called my tuple, and it has the elements 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So it has 5 elements. And we know indexing starts from 0. So the first element has the index 0, second element has the index 1, third element has the index 2, fourth element has the index 3, and fifth element has the index 4. So now we would like to access the first element in this tuple. To do that, I'm using the print function, and in the parentheses I have two parts separated by a comma. In the first part, I'm typing down the message saying that first element, colon. Then I type down the name of my tuple, and in the square brackets, I type down the index of the element that I would like to be printed out. So now that I want to print out the first element, which is 10, I type down its corresponding index, which is 0, because we mentioned that indexing starts from 0. So when I type down 0, it is going to print 10 for me in the output. Then I would like to print out the last element in this tuple. I could either type down, for example, I could either copy this line and paste it here, and instead I type down index 4 to have this element, the last element, being printed. Let me correct it. Okay, so the last element being printed, or I could type down -1. I could also type down -1 to have access to this element. This one is -1, -2, then -3, etc. Okay, so this is how we can also access elements, start counting from the right to left using the minus. So I type down -1 also to access the last element, or I simply can type 4 here. So let me make it a bit closer to each other. Okay, so yes, and this is for this. Okay, now it's good. So let me run the code up until here. So let me comment the last line. So when I run the code, I see first element is 10. So 10 is being printed in the output using the index 0. Then the last element is 50 using index 4. Or we could access the last element using -1. So the last element is 50 here again. We could also, for example, type down, for example, if I want to access this 40, I could either type down the index 3 or -2. So I type down -2 to access this 40 element. I would say element 40. Okay. So when I run this code, it shows the message element 40, and my tuple index -2 is printing the 40 here for us. Okay, but what if we want to print several elements of a tuple? So when I run this code, this part is called slicing. So we slice certain parts of the tuple to be printed out in the output. Okay, so here I'm saying that slice from index 1 to 3, 20, 30, and 40. Index 1 to 3 here. It means 20, 30, and 40. But how I'm doing that? So this is the message I'm showing, slice from index 1 to 3. So index 1 to 3 is this part. It means that it is going to print 20, 30, and 40 for us. Then I type down my tuple name. So the name of my tuple is my tuple. I type down its name. Then I use the square brackets as before. However, I have a colon in the middle. On the left side of the column, I'm going to type down the starting point, the starting index, let's say, and on the right side of the column, I'm typing down the ending index. So I'm typing down to start from 1 and end at 4. But we mentioned that we want slicing from index 1 to 3. Why am I typing down 4 here? The reason is that a starting point is inclusive and the ending point is exclusive. So it is going to include index 1 when I'm having this code here. So index 1 is being printed, index 2 is being printed, index 3 is being printed, but the ending point 4, which is this part, is not going to be printed because it is exclusive. So when we want to have slicing from index 1 to 3, we must write from 1 to 4. Okay, just add one number to the ending point because it's a rule that the ending point is exclusive. So in this video, we learned how to access elements of a tuple and how to do slicing for a tuple. Thank you for watching.